Today I'm going to be doing an empties video. I think this is number 25. I generally do about one of these a month. I'm going to go through and share with you guys some of my empty products and what I thought about them. I am moving in less than a week now, so I want to get rid of all this stuff before I move so I don't have to move a bag of trash with me. I did that last time. I would like to avoid it this time. That's my goal. So I'm going to go ahead and start with makeup products. The first thing that I have is actually not technically done, but it's expired, so I'm going to call it good enough. This is the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint. It has SPF 15, and this is in the shade Linen. I used this in a project. I believe it was the Finish 7 by Spring. I'll leave that linked here. And I liked it okay. It wasn't my favorite ever. I got more used to it as I went, and it ended up matching me okay. It would blend out. It didn't match me the best ever, and it didn't stay as matte as I probably would have liked. It was very light coverage overall, and so I probably won't buy this again. There's other foundations that I like way better. My L'Oreal Infallible is my holy grail one right now. And so this probably has about this much left. There's not a ton left in it, but I at least got a good amount of use out of it. I'd gotten it from Birchbox on a whim, and I don't love it, so I probably won't purchase it again. I'm also kind of decluttering this one. This is the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This I got several years ago when everyone was talking about it. It has pulled away from the sides. It is super dried out, and I don't tend to reach for it. So this one I just decided I should declutter and get rid of because I don't really wear it that often. I'm not getting good use out of it, and I have way too many cream eyeshadows anyway. So I know that I could probably hang on to this for back to MAC, but I don't shop at MAC enough for me to get like the 5 items or 6 items or whatever it is you need to get a free lipstick. So I will probably just get rid of this and not worry about it because I never use it. The next thing is a Schwa sample that I got from that box. This is the Lancome Sills Booster, which is an eyelash primer. This was okay. The bottles of these are really kind of annoying because it makes it really hard to get all the product out. And then they just give you like one mascara wand to use with it, and then the product dries on it, and then you can't really use it again. This was fine. I think I would prefer just to layer 2 mascaras rather than layering this first, because if I do this, then I have to wait for it to dry, and then I can put on my second layer, and then sometimes it just almost looks too clumpy for me. So I prefer using 2 layers of mascara to doing a primer and then a mascara personally. But it was okay. It did make my eyelashes look a lot longer and fuller, but it just would sometimes get on the clumpy side. The next thing is a foundation sample. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. This was in Fair Light Honey, which actually matched me pretty well. I had a packet of about 5 of these. I gave the rest to my sister because I didn't think that they would match me. Since this one did, I didn't think the other ones would. They would be too dark, so I just gave those to her. This I liked pretty well. It had pretty good coverage, but it tended to get more oily in my T-zone than I thought it should for being like a full coverage foundation. Like right around my nose right here, it would break down pretty easily. I'd always been curious about this foundation, so I'm glad that I tried it out, but I didn't love it enough that I would probably ever buy the full size. It was just an okay foundation. This was not any good to me at all. So I did not use the medium to tan color down here, but I used the fair to light. This is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Correct and Cover Pink Grapefruit Moisturizer. So it says it has sheer coverage, which it totally does. It's very, very sheer coverage. It didn't like do anything. I actually put this on and then put another foundation on top of it because I couldn't even tell that it did anything. And in that case, why not just use a moisturizer? I don't understand these like tinted moisturizers that don't do anything. That just seems worthless to me. I would rather just use a moisturizer or a foundation. If it's a tinted moisturizer, it needs to have at least a little bit of coverage. So I will never buy the full size of this. It did definitely smell like grapefruit though, which was kind of nice, but the product itself was kind of a bust for me. The last makeup product that I have is a little mascara sample. This is the Givenchy, is that how you say it? I don't even know. Noir Couture Mascara 4-in-1. This I actually really liked. This one is in Black Satin is the color. I enjoyed layering this with my Maybelline Rocket Volume Express. I always use that mascara as a layering mascara. This was nice. I probably would never pay for the full size of it, but it layered really nicely until it started getting old and then started to get flaky, so I'm getting rid of it now, but it was actually really nice. I just don't like to pay that much for my mascaras. So I forgot one of my makeup products because it was sitting in front of me and I just didn't expect it to be a makeup product. So this is my Lorac Pro palette. I had worked on this. I did the Pan That Palette challenge with this last year, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, I will leave the playlist linked here. But I used up most of these shades here. I decided that I was not going to force myself to finish up these 4 shades over here early on in the project just because I never used them and I didn't like my eye looks when I used them. I had been working on gold and I made pretty good pan in gold, but I didn't enjoy using it, so I figured I would just stop and use my other ones that I like a little bit better. And then I actually depotted Sable over here. So there's like a big black space. That's because I depotted it. And that was the only color that I was really using left of the palette. And so I depotted that. I put it in my Shea Moisture palette. And I figure since that is gone, I don't need to keep the rest of this palette because I'm never going to use it. I still have that one color that I'm working on. The rest of this can go. I really do like this palette. A lot of the colors were really good. All of the colors down here that I used up, I actually really enjoyed. There were just those couple of colors that I didn't enjoy, about 5 out of the palette. So I would probably purchase this again at some point in the future, but I have a ton of palettes that I don't really need to purchase this again. I really did enjoy it though, and I highly recommend it. I mentioned it a ton in my perfect palette tag video, so I will leave those linked here if you guys want to check those out, because it really, really is a good palette. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I panned it because it taught me to enjoy some of the colors that I probably wouldn't have liked as much if I hadn't tried it out. It really is a high recommendation for me. I just don't think I'm going to use those last few colors. Next up, I have hair care products. So the first thing that I have is this little package of Goody Classics elastics, and there were 250 of them. They're just little like dark colored rubber bands basically. I really like using these for when I do like braids in my hair, or if I do like 2 braids like I did a couple weeks ago on one of my videos. I wear these a lot for like little braids, little side braids, things like that. I don't wear these for regular ponytails because they don't hold up, but they work really well for most things like that, and they blend in with my hair really nicely. So I bought another pack recently. So these are Goody Ouchless 250 elastics. So it's the same thing. They're just dark colored elastics that are like little tiny rubber bands. I really like them. So these work really well. I just lose them very easily and they tend to break a little bit easily. So these lasted me probably a good couple of years. Next up, I have a Fortune Cookies soap box product. This was the Hollywood Dreams shampoo bar. This smelled really, really good. It was not my favorite thing to like shampoo with ever, so it was basically like what it says, a shampoo bar. I would soap up my hands with it and then run it through my hair. The first couple times I tried it, I tried just like rubbing it on my hair, and that did not work. This was okay. I didn't absolutely love it. Like the pieces fell apart at the end, which made it really difficult to use, but it was okay. I think I prefer just the regular soap method. I think it's a lot easier, but it smelled really good at least, so that was the good thing about this. I have a conditioner here. This is the OGX, or it used to be Organics, Ever Straight Brazilian Keratin Therapy Conditioner. This I got because it was a buy 3 get like a $5 gift card or something at Target. This smelled really, really good, but I don't think it did a whole lot for my hair other than smelling good. I don't notice that my hair tended to be straighter when I used it. I think it almost was a little bit coarser and like frizzier when I used this, honestly. I don't feel like it felt that much softer when I used it. It was just okay. I definitely have other conditioners that I like a lot better, so I probably won't buy this one again. Next up, I have this Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. This I actually have in the full size as well because I heard so many good things about it. This I really like. It smells good without being too overpowering, and it does really do a good job of soaking up oils. My main problem with this is it leaves a huge white cast in my hair because it actually has like powder particles that are supposed to absorb oil. So I really do like this. I think of the ones that I've tried recently, this is the best, but I have to make sure that I use it the night before and let it sink in really well in order for it to really work well. Otherwise, it's too much of a white cast and my hair looks crazy. So that's always the up and down side of dry shampoo for me, is that there's always such a white cast if it is usually a good one. I really like it. I will finish up my full size. I'm debating if I'll buy another one after that because I have a ton of dry shampoos anyway, but it is good, just not for dark hair as much. The last hair care product that I have is this Amika Nourishing Mask. This I got in a Birchbox. It only lasted me about 2.5 uses. I didn't get to use as much as I would like, but it smelled really, really good, and it did make my hair really soft. I'll probably look into purchasing a full size of this once I get through other deep conditioning masks, but this one did smell really good and it did make my hair feel really nice, so that was good at least. All right, next up is kind of a product that fits in between the hair care and skincare, and this is the Better Body Foods Organic Coconut Extra Virgin Oil. This I used for a very long time. I got it at Sam's Club, so it's a huge container of it. There were 28 fluid ounces in this. I use this for a number of things. I would use it for a hair mask, so I would put it into my dry hair and then let it sit overnight and then wash it out. My hair felt amazing after that. It was super shiny and it felt super nice. I would use it as a makeup remover. If I did that, I would have to double cleanse, so I would use this as a makeup remover, then I would wash my face, and then I would go in with my Clarisonic. That way it got off, because otherwise it would mess up my Clarisonic heads. I used it as a moisturizer, like on my legs. I used it for oil pulling for a while and used that as a teeth whitener, which I actually really liked. I think that's mostly it. So I used this for a bunch of stuff, but I really, really liked it. I need to buy another one because it is so multi-purpose and super helpful. I was a big fan of it. So I think coconut oil is a nice way to do all of those things. It's a really nice natural makeup remover, and it's a lot cheaper than most makeup removers, which is good. My only thing that worries me a little bit is if it would clog up the sinks and things like that, because it is an oil, so when it gets warmer it is an oil, but when it gets cooler it becomes solid. So I would be kind of concerned about that. Like when I would oil pull, I wouldn't usually put it down the sink. I would put it into like the garbage instead. But yeah, I really, really like coconut oil. If you've never used it before for those different types of things, I would definitely recommend it. There's a bunch of pins that you can find on Pinterest about all the different uses for coconut oil, and there's a lot of them. Oh yeah, and I made a lip scrub out of it. I used coconut oil plus sugar and made a lip scrub and added some flavoring to it, and that was really good too. So lots of good uses for coconut oil for sure. Next up is a Clarisonic head. This one is one of the deep pore cleansing Clarisonic heads. I love my Clarisonic. I use my Clarisonic pretty much every night, and I alternate between these and like the acne heads and things like that. I usually buy them when there's a sale at Ulta or Sephora and get like the 4-packs because it's cheaper that way. And I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I don't think either head really matters that much to me personally. I will keep buying them because I love my Clarisonic. It's lasted me about 4 years. Next up, I have some makeup remover wipes, which like the covering fell off. These are the CVS Nighttime Cleansing Towelettes. These I really, really like. At CVS, you can usually buy these as like buy one, get one half off or buy one, get one free. And these smell really good. I think they do a really nice job of taking off my makeup, and they're generally really saturated with the liquid to remove stuff. Most makeup remover wipes, I do have to go in with an eye makeup remover separately because my mascara doesn't come off very easily. But I do that with all makeup removing towelettes, honestly, so that doesn't really bother me that much. But I really, really like these. These are some of my favorites. I have 2 Perfectly Posh products. So I have the Smashing Good Pumpkin Face Mask, which I liked okay. I honestly can't remember if it made that big of a difference. It felt nice, it smelled pretty good. I don't know that I would go out and buy a full size of it. I don't think it was that amazing, but it was pretty good. And then this is the Best Face Forever. This is an exfoliating face wash. This I liked pretty well. I have a couple of other exfoliating face washes right now, so I don't need to run out and buy this one necessarily, but I do like it. I think at some point I might look into purchasing some Perfectly Posh stuff in the future. I got all of these as samples from Blushing Beautician on Instagram, which was really nice of her. And some of them I do want to go out and buy. These aren't things that I think that I have to have. There were other ones that I liked a lot better. I have a box of the Biore Deep Pore Cleansing Strips. These I use all the time. I use them on my nose and on my chin usually. I like them a lot. I almost always have a box in my stash. I need to go buy another one. These I love. I really think that they do a good job of taking out blackheads here around my nose because I get pretty bad blackheads right there. And I really do like them. They're fascinating to look at, which is really gross, but I like them a lot. I have an Acure Cell Stimulating Facial Mask, which I got from Birchbox. This was okay. It lasted me actually quite a few uses, which is nice, and it's supposed to be like a supernatural brand, but I didn't think that it made that huge of a difference. My skin was softer after I used it, but it wasn't my favorite mask I've ever used. I think it's just okay. I probably wouldn't buy a full size of it at any point. It's just fine. The last facial products that I have are these 2 things from the Body Shop Tea Tree line. So this is the Tea Tree Skin Clearing Toner, which I actually have a little bit left of, but I wanted to mention it in this video so I can throw this away when I'm done with it this week. This is a really good toner. It usually has some stuff at the bottom, like some sediment that you have to shake up, but I really like this toner. I feel like it really makes sure that my face is clean after I'm done washing it and make sure it takes off everything. And these are supposed to help with acne a little bit more, which I'm very acne prone, so that helps me out quite a bit. I don't know that I'm going to buy this one again right away. I think I might go back to the Witch Hazel one that I used before this, which was a lot cheaper and it lasted a really long time. But I really do like this. And then I usually buy these together in a set of a bunch of things. That's about $30. This is the Tea Tree Skin Clearing Lotion, which is really good for more mattifying moisturizing. So it moisturizes your skin but then leaves it a little bit more mattified, which doesn't work super well for me right now because my skin is a weird combination right now where it's oily in the T-zone and dry everywhere else. So this is not my favorite thing right now, but in the summer this works really well for me. And again, it's supposed to help with blemishes, which is always nice. So at some point I'm sure I will repurchase the set again, but I don't need to purchase it right now necessarily. So I will probably hold off on that. The last thing that I have for skincare products is this Fresh Soy Conditioning Eye Makeup Remover. So it's supposed to have with Soothing Mallow Extract. It even removes waterproof makeup, it claims. I hated this. This, you're supposed to put on like a damp cotton pad and gently swipe over the eye area and lashes to remove all traces of makeup and then rinse with warm water. This irritated my eyes and then did not take off my eye makeup. So I would have to rinse it off and then I'd wash my face and then I'd have to go in with a separate eye makeup remover because it didn't work. So there's actually still some product in here, but I'm not wasting my time with this anymore. It just does not work for me. It bothers my eyes. I just don't understand like how this is supposed to take off waterproof makeup. I always still had like raccoon eyes underneath when I wash my face, even after using this, which was super annoying. Next up are body care products. So I have a bunch of lotions that I'm going to talk about. So the first one that I'm going to start with is this Disco Tree Whipped Cream from Fortune Cookie Soaps. I've mentioned these in a ton of videos. The whipped creams are my favorite things from the Fortune Cookie Soap box. I absolutely love them. This one smelled really florally and sweet, which is not my normal scent that I like, but I actually really liked this one. These are super moisturizing. I usually use these on my hands before I go to bed. They're super moisturizing. They feel really nice. I like their whipped creams a lot. I need to look into buying a full size of them because I really, really like their whipped creams. So these I would highly recommend if you've never tried them before. Next up is a little Body Shop body butter, and this one was in Fuji Green Tea. I did not love the smell of this. At first I didn't think there was a smell when I mentioned it when I got it from Birchbox, but there is a smell to it that's a little bit unpleasant to me. The body butter itself was really nice. It did make my legs feel really smooth and soft and I liked it a lot, but I just don't like the smells, and that's my main problem with Body Shop is I can never find smells that I like. They're supposed to be more natural, but they're always so like sickening to me, the smells, that I don't like them at all. So I will probably never buy a full size of these body butters, but it did feel really nice. Instead of that body butter, I would much rather get this type. These are the Bath & Body Works triple body creams, I think is what these are called. Something like that. This one was in Mary Berry Christmas. I got a bunch of these for about $3 because there was a super sale and I stocked up. This was not my favorite smell. I got used to it as I went, but it's a little bit too sweet for me to really enjoy. I really like the formula though. It makes my legs feel super soft and smooth, and I really, really enjoy it. So probably not this scent again, but I really like this formula, and I have like 6 other ones in my back stock, I think. I have a lot of them. I really like this formula a lot. The last lotion that I have to mention this time around is the Nivea Extended Moisture Body Lotion. So this sample got me through 1 use on my legs, which is not very much, but I really do like the Nivea lotions. There's another one that I tried that is more moisturizing that I like better. This one wasn't nearly as moisturizing, I don't think, but it was a decent moisturizer. It was okay. I just like the other one that I tried a lot better. I can't remember the name of that one, but this was just okay. Then I have 2 perfume samples. So this one is the Clean White Woods. This one was a little bit more musky, but I really, really liked it. I wish that it had a sprayer instead of like the dabber, because I hate when they have the dabbers, but this one smelled really good. I would actually consider purchasing a full size of this when I work through some of my other perfumes, because it was just really nice. It was like a clean, fresh scent, but it was a little bit musky. I liked it a lot. This, on the other hand, I just got in my Birchbox and I do not like. Again, it does not have a sprayer. It has one of the dabber ones instead, which is so annoying to me. But this is the My Daughter Bloom 23 perfume. So it smells like gardenia, jasmine, ylang ylang, and whipped vanilla. I don't like this at all. I tried it right during that video and I'm not a fan, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. There's no point in keeping it because I don't like it at all. I have a deodorant that I got in a Walmart beauty box, I think. This is the Secret Clinical Strength Clear Gel in the completely clean scent. The scent was fine. It worked okay as a deodorant, but I hate the gel form. I usually use like the solid form, and that I like a lot better, but the gel form is just so inconvenient to me. I feel like I have to stand there and let it dry, and I feel like it clumps up a little bit more, and it just is not pleasant. So I probably would never buy a full size of this just because I don't like the gel form. It's not something I appreciate. The last thing that I have is a Dorco razor. I mention these all the time. The Dorco razors are super cheap. I think I got like 26 for like $24, and normally if you go to a store and buy equivalent razors, they are like $15 for 4 or something like that. Like, they're ridiculous. So these I will leave a referral link for down below if you guys want to use it. You get 20% off and I get 5% back, which is always nice. These are the 6-blade ones, or the 3+3 blade ones, I think. So they bend a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. So they kind of bend with the contours of your knees and stuff like that, which is really nice. They don't stay sharp as long, but I feel like they last me a pretty long time. And for the price that they are, I think that's worth it. So I really recommend these. I think they're great. They're much cheaper than any ones that you would find in the drugstore, and they work just as well in my opinion. For what I have left, it's pretty much like scent stuff and then random stuff. So I have a couple of candles here. So the first one is the Candlelight Apple. This one smells really good from the jar. It smells kind of like burning now because it burned all the way down. But this one smelled pretty good from the jar, but it didn't have a lot of scent throw. I got this from my husband's aunt and then cousin, I think, for our wedding shower. It burned a super long time and it burned really well. It just didn't have as much of a scent throw as I would have liked, so I probably wouldn't purchase this again. It looked really nice. It has like a cute top and stuff, but the scent throw I wish would be better. I love the smell from the jar though. It smelled so good. That's one of my favorite scents. I just wish it smelled more fragrant when it was burning. Then I have this Bath & Body Works candle. So this was the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles scent from Bath & Body Works, and this is like one of their Thanksgiving ones. I really like the jar. I think I might actually keep the jar from this and use it as like a autumn decoration. I don't know. I'm torn on that, whether I'm going to do that or not, but I really do like the jar. But the scent I really like. I like the waffle scent from Bath & Body Works. I think those smell really nice, and this one burned for quite a while. The Bath & Body Works ones never seem to burn as long as other candles, but they still smell really good. Next up, I have this little Yankee Candle fruit salad wax tart thingy. So I put this in my wax burner. It smelled really, really good. The scent didn't last as long as I would have liked it to. It was probably lasting me a couple of days, but I really did like the wax scent. I find that most wax warmers don't last as long as I'd like them to, most wax tarts. So I don't know, I did really like the scent though. Then I have like big patches of wax. This one is the Scentsationals Illusion one, and this was only like $3.75 or something like that, so I figured why not buy it. So this one smells good in the package. It's like a more manly scent. It's a little bit more musky, but I felt like when I used it in the actual warmers, it almost smelled like Play-Doh. Like there was a weird Play-Doh scent to it, which was not the best. I would probably never buy this again. They describe it as cedar, sheer musk, and a touch of mystery. It smells good in the package. I just hate the way that it smells when it's burning. So I put this in my husband's room a lot, honestly, and then we had it in our room for a couple times just to use it up. Not a fan. I will not purchase that again. The next thing that I have are these little two things. These are the Chesapeake Bay Candle Home Scents. And so this one is in teak wood. My husband really liked this one. This one is like the mahogany scent from Bath & Body Works. Is that what it is? Teak wood mahogany, something like that. This reminded me a lot of that. My husband really liked this smell, so I used it in his room to use it up. And it smells very musky. It smells very manly. I'm okay with it. I don't like it nearly as much as he liked it, I don't think, but he really enjoyed the scent, so he would probably purchase this one again. And then we got this one, which was on clearance. This is the Blueberry Pumpkin Scent. I smell a lot more blueberry than I do anything else. This was only $2.30, which isn't bad. This one smells really nice, but the scent is very subtle, so anytime I used it in a warmer, I had to put it in a place where it would be easier to smell. Like when I had it in the kitchen, I could never smell it. It smells really good, it's just very subtle. It's not nearly as strong as some of the other scents that I've tried. So I probably wouldn't buy this one again necessarily, but it was okay. Then I have this Bumble Soaps Silent Night Linen Spray. This I got in a Bumble Soaps box a while back. I did an unboxing of that. I probably don't have any more cards to link it to up here, but if you search Bumble Soaps on my channel, I'm sure you can find it. This did not smell like my favorite linen spray ever. I have one from Bath & Body Works that I like a lot better. And the thing that annoyed me about this was that the sprayer, I appreciate that there was a sprayer, but it sprayed straight out, and so it didn't like mist my pillow. It was just certain sections were super saturated. So I wish they would have a different sprayer. I know this was probably just a trial size, but it lasted me for quite a while. It just wasn't my favorite linen spray ever. I probably wouldn't purchase a full size of it, honestly, because I like my Bath & Body Works one better. I have a Bath & Body Works hand soap. This is the Cozy Vanilla Cream. This is one of the ones that's like the gel form. I like this pretty well. I usually go back to buying these hand soaps eventually. I actually probably need to stock up at some point, but these are pretty good. I would buy the scent again. It was just a nice vanilla scent. It was good. I have a floss, which I mentioned before. I'm not super picky. This is the Oral-B Complete Satin Floss. This worked pretty well. I liked it. I'm not too picky on flosses, so I will probably just buy another random one when I'm done with my other ones. And then the last thing for this Empties video are these Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nail Vitamins. They're argan oil infused. These I like pretty well. I haven't bought a new one yet, but I will probably purchase this again. I used to use the Andrew Lessman ones, which I really do think made a difference. They're a lot more expensive, so I should probably go back and buy another bottle of these at some point. I do feel like my hair grows a lot faster because I use hair, skin, and nail vitamins, and my nails tend to be stronger when I'm using these. So I like them. I'll buy more. So that is it for my Empties video. I would love to know if you guys have any thoughts on any of the products that I mentioned, or if you guys have used up products lately that you loved or hated. Let me know that in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear. I love watching Empties videos. They are some of my favorite to watch, and I'm glad that I got this filmed before I moved so I didn't take this bag of trash with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.